I used to drink a lot of coffee all day, but these days I tend to just have a cup or two in the morning, so I'm drinking less coffee. Sure, it was hard to get used to, but now that I'm used to it, it's all good.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 862. Used to, be used to, and get used to. Hello and welcome. And thanks for joining me for another episode of the Happy English Podcast. Today, we're checking out something that looks simple, but I've seen it trip up a lot of English learners. Now, I'm talking about used to, be used to, and get used to. Yeah, they all kind of look the same, but they mean totally different things. So, let's break it down together, starting with used to. We use used to when we talk about something from the past, something that you did regularly, or something that was true before, but it's not anymore. Like me. I used to live in New York. Yep, I lived there practically my whole life. But now I'm living in Japan. So that life in New York, that's in the past. I used to live there. And wow, I used to drink iced coffee even in the middle of the winter. Crazy, right? These days, hot coffee's more my thing, even though it's hot as heck outside in the morning. And you know what else? My buddy David used to play in a blues band, and now he plays in a Rolling Stones tribute band. They're pretty good too. So again, used to is all about the past. Past habits, past situations, stuff that's not part of your life now. I'm sure you can think of something you used to do when you were younger, right? But you don't do it now. You used to do it. Now, here's the part that gets confusing, because then we've got be used to. Be used to is all about right now. When you say you are used to something, it means it feels normal to you. You're comfortable with it. It doesn't feel strange anymore. Let me give you an example. Back in New York, I wasn't used to taking off my shoes before going into someone's house. That's just not something we do a lot in the US. But here in Japan, you take off your shoes everywhere, at people's homes, sometimes even at schools or clinics. So, at first, it felt a little strange, but now I am totally used to it. It feels weird not to take off my shoes now. So again, I'm used to it means something feels normal to me now. I've had enough experience with that, and it's just part of my life. And I'll tell you something that I am not used to here, and that is the heat and humidity. Don't get me wrong. It's hot in the summer in New York, but the high temperatures and the mugginess, that's going to take time to get used to. Get used to. You know, get has a lot of meanings, and one of them is become. So when you are getting used to something, it still feels a little new or uncomfortable, but you're adjusting. You're adapting. You're not there yet, but you're on the way. Like right now, I'm still getting used to the Japanese summer. It's hot, it's humid, the cicadas are loud, and at first I thought, how do people survive this? But now I'm slowly getting used to it. I still sweat like crazy, but I don't complain as much. And then let's talk about driving. Here in Japan, they drive on the left side of the road and on the right side of the car. For my whole adult life, I've been driving on the right side of the road. But here, it's a challenge for sure. Driving here is not automatic like it is back in the States. I make some wide turns. I turned on the windshield wipers instead of the turn signal a few times. But little by little, I'm getting used to it. Hopefully, I'll get used to it soon. So, to sum up, in a little story, I used to live in New York. Now I'm used to living in Japan, but I'm still getting used to driving here. Phew! One day I'll be ready. And hey, this pattern happens a lot in life. Maybe you used to hate coffee, but now you're used to drinking it every day. Maybe you're still getting used to speaking English at work. That's okay. It takes time. All right, there's one more point I want to help you with. There's often confusion between used to and used to. Let me spell that out for you. Used to. U-S-E to. And used to. U-S-E-D to. One reason for the confusion is the sound. So, let me help you. We use used to without the D in negatives and questions. Like, I didn't used to drive on the left. Or, didn't you used to live in New Jersey? The pronunciation between used to and used to is basically the same. Just be careful when you write it. In a positive sentence, it's used to with a D. And in a negative sentence or a question, it's used to without the D. Okay, wrapping things up, we use used to when we talk about something that was true in the past, but it's not true now. I used to live in New York. And remember, when you write negatives or questions, it's used to without the D. We use be used to when we talk about something that was strange or uncomfortable at first, but it feels normal now. You're comfortable with it. I am used to taking off my shoes when I go to someone's house. And we use get used to when we talk about the process of adjusting to something new, like I'm getting used to driving on the left. It's really all about where you are in your experience with something, the past, present, or in progress. All right, and now it's your turn. What's something you used to do, but you don't do it anymore? What's something you're still getting used to right now? Come share it with me on Instagram at HappyEnglishNY or drop me a message if you're listening on Spotify or Spreaker. Thanks as always for listening. And remember, the best way to remember English like this, and any other word or phrase in English, is to take that word or phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you or true in your world, and then memorize your sentences. And if you really want to get more practice using your English, well, you should join my Podcast Learners Study Group. There, you can make new international friends. Join us for live group lessons every week where we practice these podcast lessons together. Plus, you get access to the PDF transcript and audio download for every Happy English podcast in the past and in the future. And on top of that, each episode has exercises where you can practice this English point with speaking and writing checked by me. Yeah. To learn more, well, just visit myhappyenglish.com, choose podcast lesson 862. Remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.